name is John Buccola. I'm the CTO for E78. We are a consulting services organization, primarily supporting private equity-backed organizations, also middle market and enterprise companies as well. With me today are Fara and Todd from CCL, the Center for Creative Leadership. They're going to introduce themselves. Fara, you want to start?
John, it's so good to be here. Thank you for having us. Fara Francis, I'm the Global Chief Information Officer for the Center for Creative Leadership, CCL. CCL is a world-renowned global nonprofit focused on leadership development. We use human-centered approach to our leaders, and our vision is to impact the world. Our vision really reads, leading force in leadership, expanding human potential to create a better future for the world. And we do several things to make it happen. We have a lot of frameworks, coaching, leadership development programs, flagship programs, executive coaching. So we support leaders and leadership development from emerging leaders to seasoned C-suite executives.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Fara. Todd.
Yes, John. Also, thank you for allowing us to speak today and looking forward to this conversation. I'm Todd Thomasson. I'm the Global Director for Information Security, Privacy, and Architecture at CCL, and also chair our AI Governance and Innovation Committee, which is sponsored by Fara. And I look forward to the opportunity in discussing the successes and challenges we've faced in deploying AI, as well as working with E78. Those were no challenges, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Todd. Well, thank you both for agreeing to do this. It has been a wonderful partnership. And what challenges or pain points you were experiencing that necessitated bringing E78 to the table? What kind of challenges that you had that you needed to solve?
Absolutely. John and Todd as well, in our roles, there's always a challenge, right? But this one was a particularly scary one. We had an issue. We had to merge or migrate away from our identity management provider at the time in a very short time frame. We are talking 3.5 weeks. And you heard the panic in my voice, John, when I called you and said, look, I need help. We have exhausted all of our avenues, even with the identity management company. And so you stood up a team for us. You and your partner quickly understood our problem. We were in a panic mode, and you gave us the confidence that you could deliver. And we were able to deliver. I know we can talk some more about that, but we came to you because we were in a panic, and we felt you had the expertise and the skills and the knowledge in the industry as well to help us to the end of this that journey.
That's excellent. And that led to your decision to choose working with us.
We selected you and never disappointed. Todd will tell you the team that we pulled together at CCL in my shop, from time to time, we would just look at each other on Teams and go, yeah, good Lord, I'm so glad they're in the trenches with us, because we would have been stuck. We can talk about the savings that came from all of this, but most importantly, in 3.5 weeks, to move from migrate from an identity management that was so entrenched within CCL, move over to the Entra ID, get everything lined up. Yes, there were hiccups along the way, but we felt, let's talk to E78. They can fix this for us. Let's reach out to them. So absolutely, we were glad we selected you guys.
Todd, anything to add to that?
Just real quick, and she mentioned it in the meetings that we had with the teams. It was, there's one thing to exude confidence and bring confidence to the table, but to deliver on that confidence, it was all the way was it delivered, and really made the transition easy. And not just from a technology standpoint, right? Because we're going to concern ourselves with the technology, but our user base, the staff, everyone never even really had a complaint.
Yeah.
As Fara mentioned, it was a 3-week period. We were on one incumbent identity provider, and 3 weeks later, we're on Entra ID. That's impressive to anybody that deals in identity management. That's extremely
unheard of. Yeah, it's really, I mean, John, the quality and the efficiency of your service is what stood out for me as well. And so we're very grateful that our paths cross and we can partner in this group and this work together.
That's outstanding. So the value that the solution has brought to bear maybe you could talk a little bit about that for CCL.
Sure. We had a choice, right? We had a couple options. And so either we stay with the identity provider, a management company, and grit our teeth, or we fought the way we fought back to migrate. The savings is in the amount of $250,000 because they were asking for something ridiculous for us to continue. No, and we of course we now have the full E5 license, additional security tools and resources through E5. The savings was astronomical for us. As I mentioned, we are a nonprofit, so these sort of dollars make a big difference. So a lot of the return on the investment was solid and some savings as well. And Todd, any other savings you saw with it? I think ease of use, better tools, as I mentioned.
I think that's the vast majority of it. And like you said, again, I'll reiterate the staff from the ease of use, the transition being easy, and where we went from there.
That's wonderful to hear. And you're just approaching, there's always multiple ways to solve the same problem, especially in technology. And sometimes, just taking the approach of having the right team in place and starting with the requirements in place, that's been great. That partnership between E78 and CCL, the CCL team knowing the environment really well, knowing what the requirements were, and then our team just really understanding the challenge and what it took to do the migration. I think that was the partnership that really made the difference with the project.
100%. You just got it, you understood us, and we kept it moving.
Would you recommend?
Nervous because we had 3.5 weeks. So I was on business travel in between, and every day with E78, you all were in the trenches with us. Every day we were on calls, just checking that stand-up calls, etc. But I know you were about to say something.
It's moving with a sense of urgency, right?
Yeah.
I always say that, and I say this as a CTO, and I say this now supporting CTOs, you're only as good as your partners. And the partner team has to move with a sense of urgency, but they also have to move with a good technical understanding. And having those both in place it's so critical with any kind of partner. With that in mind, would you recommend E78 to any other organizations?
John, when I partnered with you, one of the first things I noticed was the level of expertise and professionalism was commendable. And without a doubt, I would highly recommend E78 to any organization in need of the level of high quality level of service, commitment, and skill. I think your bench is really packed well with some solid skills.
Thank you, Fara. That's great. Todd, anything to add to that?
Fara mentioned the business. I'll mention something as well. It was that willingness to partner and learn about CCL and the challenges we were facing in doing this and our issues as we saw them moving forward. And that willingness to listen and actually partner with us and become someone that helped us build the solution instead of just, oh, here it is and walking away. You were there with us. It was a true partnership, not just a vendor relationship.
Truly, yeah.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for that, for the testimonial. It was an honor to work with the CCL team. We're looking forward to helping you solve the next challenges that you may have, and to continue driving down the cost and driving up the efficiency of the technology team for the business.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.